Hey guys, it's Jalen and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be getting into some things. Okay, we're going to be getting into some things. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a story time. Like I said, this doesn't have nothing to do with the 2019 series. But as you can read by the title, we're going to get into my birthday party in 2020 because, girl, it was a whole crazy ass set of events, but we're gonna get into it. But before we get into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. Click the subscribe button. Let me know that you want to be a part of this channel. Click the subscribe button. We are on the road to 1K. I will be doing a giveaway at 1K. I've made this known to everybody on my channel. So yes, we are going to be getting into this story time. This story time takes place in 2020. And it was a lot. That summer as a whole was a lot. But we're going to get into the events that took place on my birthday in 2020. But if that's all, if you subscribed already, let's roll this intro and get right on in to this motherfucking video. Okay, so we're gonna start off with what happened the day of my birthday and the day before. So as you all know, my birthday is July 11th. I am a Cancer. You know, Cancer. I'm a Cancer, and Pretty's also a Cancer. That's another fun fact. And also another fun fact, my birthday and Pretty's birthdays is around the same time. So yeah, literally within the same week. His birthday is like 2 days after mine, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, we're gonna get into what happened. So starting off with the day. The day was a pretty interesting day to start out with. I think that everything that happened the day prior to this party was a little bit interesting, you know, it was a little bit fuzzy. So for the people in this story time, we're going to Dirty, the girl that I named Dirty, she's in this story time. So you gotta worry about Dirty, Fraudulent, and any other characters that come up, and Diamonds, which is Fraudulent's friend. Any other people that come up in this story, I'll just give them names. But for today, we're gonna just get into what happened. So yes, this party took place in a house. Me and Butterfly were staying there for about a month or two out of the summer. So we just literally had, like, basically, you could say it was an Airbnb that we had rented out. Basically, that's really what it was. Actually being an Airbnb, no, but you can call it an Airbnb. So we were staying at this Airbnb or whatever the whole summer. And we had all of our friends over. We're going to name some of the girls. Remember, Rain is also in this story too. So we're gonna say Rain. We're gonna name, Rain is in this story, but we're gonna also name this other girl that was one of my close friends at the time. We're going to name her Ice, because her hair color was kind of like Ice Spice hair color. So we're gonna name her Ice. So Miss Ice, she was in the party as well. She was also helping Butterfly plan the party. Because mind you, at this time, me and Butterfly were already together. So Butterfly was going and doing a whole surprise party for me. I mean, obviously I knew about the party already, but everything that was going on, all the decorations and everything, was a surprise to me. So Butterfly didn't want me to know what was going to happen or any of the events that was going to take place during the day of the party. So the day before the party, we had this girl, Ice. She came over, and we're going to name this other friend Delilah. Delilah was over, Ice was over, Rain was over. Mind you, the whole crew smokes. All my friends are potheads. I'm just going to let y'all know that this is going to be a common running theme throughout all my story times, that most of my friends, majority of them, were potheads as well.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
And you know, Butterfly at the time, he didn't really care too much because, hey, this is what we're doing. And Butterfly was probably the only one who didn't smoke. Butterfly was a drinker though, and me and Butterfly got down that way because I also drink. Bring those two worlds together, sometimes they can clash and sometimes they don't. But for the most part, Butterfly was cool with whatever. So Ice had rolled up a blunt, a nice cute little backwood. What did I just name this girl? Delilah. She ended up rolling up her own little spliff, and we were just passing spliffs around. And, you know, because it was my birthday, all my friends were like, girl, you're not paying for weed. You're not paying for drinks. You're not paying for anything. You shouldn't have to pay for nothing. It is your birthday.
Period! 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 Period!
So we're all gonna treat you. So Ice went and she's like, girl, I have money saved up, da da da, call your plug so we can, cop the day of your party. So I was like, okay, cool. This day was just kind of like essentially the pregame before the actual party. So we were all just, like I said, we were all just chilling. Mind you, my cake was already made. My cake was in the fridge. I wasn't allowed to go in the fridge whatsoever. I could not go in the fridge and see my cake. Butterfly literally put a ban on me from going in the fridge. I could not go in the fridge. If I wanted anything from the fridge, I had to ask them. So it is my birthday, so y'all should be, treating me like a queen on my birthday. But that's neither here or there. But Butterfly decided to hide my cake in the fridge because the cake needed to sit in the fridge or else the cake would have melted. So the cake was sitting in the fridge. They all was getting me stuff out the fridge. Butterfly was cooking food, like a cute little dinner for all of us because, mind you, one thing about Butterfly, if you have a party, if you have a freaking event, Butterfly is cooking all the food for the party. Butterfly is making the cake and everything because Butterfly is very talented. Like, Butterfly runs his own cake and cake business. Very, very talented. Love that about Butterfly. Butterfly is very, very fucking talented. And, Butterfly would always cater people's parties. He would always be the one cooking for everybody's parties. And they would pay him sometimes. Sometimes they would pay him. Sometimes he would do it out of the kindness of his heart because if y'all are close friends, he'll just do it for you. But most of the time, people did pay him. And most of our friends would pay him to make cakes, make the food for the parties. But yeah, so Butterfly was just always had offered his help. He would always said like, well, if y'all having a party, I'm cooking, I'm da-da-da-da. And everybody loves Butterfly's food. Everybody loves Butterfly's desserts. So they trusted Butterfly. We all trusted Butterfly. I still trust Butterfly to this day with making anything because Butterfly is just that good at what he does. So we didn't fucking question that shit. We said, oh, you want to make the cake? You want to cook the food? Go ahead. And Butterfly was always team, let's not spend unnecessary money. I'm a good chef. I'm going to cook for my friend's party instead of making my friend pay for everything. So, Butterfly was cooking everything. Literally cooking everything. And Ice was the one that helped Butterfly make some of the food. It was Butterfly's recipes, but Butterfly was basically telling Ice what to do and how to do everything. So they were in the kitchen cooking up for our little meal that we were gonna have this night. And they ended up surprising me with another cake. Mind you, the cake that I'm thinking isn't the cake that they pulled out. I was thinking that was the cake that they was hiding from me. No, they had a whole separate cake. So Delilah had bought a cake for me just because Delilah wasn't going to be able to make it to the party the next day. So Delilah said, yeah, I'll just get lit with you today. We could smoke, roll up, drink, have a cute little mini party because, like I said, Delilah wasn't going to be able to come to the party the next day. So Delilah just came over, had a little chill time with us. So at the time, let me explain to y'all where fraudulent comes in throughout this whole thing. So basically, a few days before the freaking party, I'm making a video about what happened literally the week of the party because something really big happened between Fraudulent and Butterfly. I'll share that. I'm going to share that story time. Either this video will be up before that one, but if it's not, I'll plug it in somewhere on the screen so you guys can automatically just go and watch it. But yeah, so some prior events happened with Fraudulent and Butterfly. So Fraudulent didn't come the day before the party. Fraudulent was trying to avoid coming, but Fraudulent was like, you know what? You're my best friend. I'm just going to come to the party and whatever. Now, you're all probably wondering where Pretty was in this situation. Prior to this situation, this is another story time I'm going to talk about, but that story time I'm going to talk about with Pretty. Pretty's going to be on the channel for us to tell this story, and you guys will finally get to meet Pretty. But basically, some beef went down between Pretty and Fraudulent, and Pretty knew that Fraudulent was gonna be there, and Pretty basically was like, girl, I don't wanna be in the same room as Fraudulent. Fraudulent's gonna wanna fight, and girl, I don't wanna have to keep doing this, bitch, and ruining your day. So I'm not gonna go to the party because I know I'm gonna ruin your day by fighting, but I'll meet up with you and we'll spend our own time together. I just don't wanna have too many problems at your party. And Fraudulent, you know how Fraudulent is. Fraudulent's gonna want to make it about her and be a whole big thing. So Pretty didn't come to the party, but Pretty did let me know that the only reason why Pretty didn't come was because of Fraudulent. And mind you, all of Fraudulent's people was in the party. We're gonna get into that. All of Fraudulent's people, though, were in the party. And this summer was the summer 2020 was a summer of parties. It was nonstop, constant parties. We was just partying, throwing mad parties for other friends' birthdays, for mad shit. So it was just constant parties all over the place. It was just always a constant party. So me seeing that Pretty wasn't going to come to my birthday party, it didn't really faze me because we was having parties throughout the whole summer. Yes, Fraudulent came to literally all of them, but even if Fraudulent didn't come to literally all of them, there would be another opportunity for Pretty to come and get lit with us. So they end up pulling out this big old cake for me. And mind you, Delilah is Fraudulent's friend. Keep that in mind that Delilah and Fraudulent are friends. Keep that in mind. So, this party went off without a fucking hitch. This party was amazing. But we're gonna get into all the shit that happened at the party that didn't make it so amazing. But on my end, as the birthday boy is speaking to you, the party from my end was amazing. I had a great time. I had a ball. But, so yeah, the day before, still talking about the day before, they put out the cake for me. They all sang happy birthday for me. And da-da-da-da. You know, it was just a great moment. They all sang happy birthday. We ate that little cake. It was a Carvel ice cream cake. It was really cute. It was actually really good. Carvel, if y'all want to know anything about me, Carvel cake, if y'all bring me a Carvel cake, even if it's not my birthday, if you just buy a Carvel cake, I will body that whole cake by myself. Like, literally, Carvel cake is just that fucking good. And I know there's people out there watching this video that will agree with me. Carvel cake is top motherfucking tier. So, being that they did a cake for me, I was like, oh, that's cute. You know, Delilah's not going to be able to make it. I've accepted that. So, night goes on. Delilah's rolling up another blunt. And so, Delilah starts talking about the situation with Fraudulent and Butterfly. Now, remember how I told y'all, Fraudulent and Butterfly, that whole situation, I'm going to speak on that. I'm going to do a separate story time about that. That's probably going to be the next video or the video before this one. But Delilah starts getting into what happened. I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened because that's for the other video. But she starts getting into what happened between Fraudulent and Butterfly. And she just feels like, you know, Fraudulent and Butterfly are really good friends. They shouldn't be fighting so much and bickering so much back and forth if they know that they're really good friends. If they trust their friendship and they have that much faith in their friendship, why not just stay friends and be copacetic and be cool about everything? Because, you know, we could say all we want about how we think it's messy and we think it's toxic, but, you know, Delilah was always kind of that positive energy. She kind of always just brought a different side of the situation out of it, because we're all just thinking like, girl, they always do this, they always get into shit, and they come back, and it's a toxic cycle. Either they need to decide to not be friends or just be friends. And Delilah was telling me, well, girl, to your point, I think that they should still stay friends because they argue over petty things. And I was like, well, Delilah, what happened was very serious. And then Butterfly chimes in, and Butterfly's like, well, you know, that bitch is crazy. But you know what? The bitch already had apologized to me over text message. Then we FaceTimed and we talked about it. And Fraudulent just seemed really sorry for what he did. So I was like, but Fraudulent always seems sorry for what he does. And mind you, this is supposed to be my best friend at the time. I keep it real with Fraudulent all the time. I tell Fraudulent, you be fucked up for a lot of the shit that you fucking do. But Fraudulent just decided to, you know, just have this toxic cycle with Butterfly. And don't understand why they just continue the toxic cycle, but they did, until Butterfly finally stopped the toxic cycle. And then I was kind of the person that convinced Fraudulent and Butterfly to be friends again. I said, you know what, give him the benefit of the doubt. Just be his friend, whatever. You don't have to be as close to him as you were before, because clearly, as you've seen with the videos on my channel and the videos that are coming soon, this is not the first, the second, the third, the fourth time that Fraudulent and Butterfly done got into something, okay? Girl, even if Pretty was to open his own YouTube channel and tell y'all, even Pretty could sit there and tell y'all every fucking time. These two would fight like crazy, especially in the 2019 series. We'll get into what happened with those stories, but from the stories that I've already told that happened in 2019, y'all should already know that Fraudulent is not the type of person that you really want to be friends with. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, coming out of this, all these story times about fraudulent, I want you guys to see if you guys would be friends with fraudulent. If you guys feel like I'm crazy for still being friends with fraudulent, because a lot of people said that I was crazy for still being friends with fraudulent. But I'm just the type of person to where I don't feel I can't be mean to people. If you do something that's this small, I'm not going to make it a big-ass issue. But I've grown since then, and I've learned that even if it's a small issues can later down the line lead to bigger problems. That any friends that I make in the future, I'm going to have to keep my distance from them when I see them acting a certain way. The minute I see some fake fucking fraudulent shit, bitch, I'm going to fucking sit there and fucking check it. Because I'm not going to continue that cycle of having these types of friends. But fraudulent just happened to be somebody that I held close to my heart, because fraudulent was like me in the sense of fraudulent feels abandoned by his family. Even though fraudulent was not really abandoned by his family, I kind of felt that. I said, even if your family might seem like they're there, you still could feel abandoned by them, because they could seem like they're there for everybody else and the public. But what happens between you and your family behind closed doors, nobody's really going to know that but you and your family. And you're lying, your family's going to be telling the truth. And we won't really know who's telling the truth or what. But my connection with fraudulent, I just felt so bad for fraudulent, and I related to fraudulent on so many levels, because me and fraudulent have both been through domestic violence, both been through mental, emotional, and physical abuse before. So we kind of related on that and built a friendship off of that. Yes, people might say, oh, when you build friendships off of trauma, it makes y'all friendship become a traumatic friendship. Like I said, legally, I can't really talk about these things that happened later with me and fraudulent. But when I'm in a space to where I'm able to and nothing's going to happen legally for me talking about these situations, then, you know, I will speak on what happened between me and fraudulent. But for now, I'm going to keep that in the closet. She's not coming out the closet. I should have seen the signs earlier that fraudulent was just not a good person, and fraudulent isn't just a really good friend. Fraudulent's not somebody that I want to be around anymore. Fraudulent's not somebody that anybody should want in their circle. Yes, everybody deserves friends and everybody's deserving of love. But when you are a person that walks with so much negativity and you're around people that are positive all the time, you're going to make them look negative and you make the friends group look bad. All this shit that fraudulent was doing made the friends group look bad. I'm not trying to make this a fraudulent video and just talk about how my shit was fraudulent. I'll get more into it in a separate video, like I said, at a later time. But yeah, just to sum it up so that you guys can understand kind of like how fraudulent and Butterfly's friendship was, because that shit was all types of fucked up. So continuing on, I know I went off a rant, a little bit of a rant about fraudulent, but continuing on. So Delilah, she's getting into this conversation and she starts talking about the situation between them, and she just feels as though that they can just sit there and talk about it. Yes, fraudulent did something very crazy and something that I would have never forgiven. But I should have seen the signs from this situation from Butterfly and Fraudulent that what happened to me was going to happen to me. But y'all will see what I'm talking about. We're gonna go back to this video. We're gonna go back to this video in a couple of months when I actually am able to talk about what happened between me and Fraudulent. Anyways, continuing on. So they talk about it. We come to the resolution of, yeah, they should just put their differences to the side and just talk about it. Even though I wasn't really in agreement with it just being that simple, I feel like a little bit more needs to happen in that. I feel like he needs to really prove that he's not going to be that type of person towards Butterfly. But we ended up just leaving it alone and just coming up with the conclusion that they just need to move their differences to the side, come together, because tomorrow is my party and they both need to be on their best behavior for the party. We can talk about this drama between them two at a later time. So yeah, we end up finishing that conversation. Delilah is still rolling up blunts. Ice, she's over there rolling a blunt. Rain is sitting there next to me. Me and Rain are kind of getting into it. We're kikiing because Rain knows how Fraudulent is, and Rain was never a fan of Fraudulent. Rain never liked Fraudulent. Rain never was really cool with Fraudulent. Rain just smoked with Fraudulent and was cool with Fraudulent only because Fraudulent was my best friend, and Rain, you know, just didn't really get too cool with Fraudulent. Rain always felt like Fraudulent was messy. And y'all are going to find out in later story times that Fraudulent is actually really messy. I mean, if y'all don't already know that. But Rain kind of also just felt like Fraudulent was just very, very fucking messy. So we were just over there kikiing about it. And then we end up continuing to smoke. We pass around a cute little bottle. We drinking. It's a cute little vibe for the day. So now we're going to move on to what happened the next day, the actual day of my party. So it's July 11th. I wake up and I'm just so ready for this day. I'm so ready for the party. Mind you, when I get up, Butterfly's already up before me. So I go into the kitchen. I see Butterfly. Butterfly's like, okay, well, you have the whole day to be out. I need you out of here by like 11 o'clock. So I was like, okay, whatever. So mind you, the week of my birthday, I had already bought my birthday outfit, so that was already set in the house. I wasn't gonna go outside and wear my birthday outfit because that outfit was specifically for the party. So I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just go and just try to enjoy this day. So remember Diamond, which is Fraudulent's friend. Diamond was like, hey, well, since, you have to be out the house the whole day, why don't you come back to Harlem with me? We'll go cop some weed. You spend the day with me in Harlem. We'll take care of things that I need to take care of in Harlem. Then you could come back. We'll come back. Both of us get ready for the party, and it'll be lit. Mind you, Diamond had slept over the night before. Delilah had left the same day, and so did Ice and Rain. So it was just me, Diamond, Fraudulent, and Butterfly in the house. So it was just us. Mind you, like I said, Fraudulent and Butterfly had problems, but Fraudulent had ended up coming later in the night, and then they ended up speaking about their issues and mending it. But yeah, so Fraudulent left with me and Diamond, but Fraudulent went to go do his own thing in Harlem to get ready for what he needed to get ready for. So me and Diamond, we leave. It's 11 o'clock. Earlier in the morning, I found out my mom went to the hospital, and it was a whole thing. My mom had some sort of problem with, I think, some gallstones or whatever. I think she had to get those removed or whatever. But she had went to the hospital. She ends up calling me on my birthday. She's like, okay, I'm going to send you your birthday money. My mom ended up dropping $250 on me. I know that it might not seem like a lot, but at the time, that was gold because it was the middle of COVID. I had already lost my job because of COVID. So I was in a pickle. I needed the funds, but being that it was my birthday, I was using that birthday money and saving it and pocketing it because I know for the next few months I'm gonna need something. And at the time, I wasn't getting unemployment. I didn't get unemployment until 2021. I wasn't on any of those things besides my food stamps. And yeah, I don't give a fuck that I'm telling y'all my business because I just don't care. I'm not ashamed of saying that I have food stamps. I'm not ashamed of saying that I was on unemployment because a lot of you bitches watching was on unemployment, and a lot of y'all have EDT. Okay, especially I was on them motherfuckers, and I'm not ashamed to say that I was. So people that want to come in my comments talk about some, oh, you was on government assistance. Yes, girl, and I don't give a fuck. Okay, at the end of the day, government assistance should be a stepping stone. For a lot of y'all that sit at home, government assistance is not a stepping stone for y'all. That's your life. So we're not even gonna get into that. So me and Diamond, we go to Harlem. We're sitting in Harlem. Then I'm telling Diamond, I was like, oh, let's just go to one of my plugs. So at the time, I had two plugs. I had a Bronx plug, and I had a Dykeman plug. Remember from Dykeman? Remember the same plug? Not the plug that Fraudulent fucked. Not the old man. The original plug that me, Fraudulent, and Pretty was going to when we was living in Dykeman. So that plug, we went back to Dykeman, and Diamond had ended up paying for the bud. Like I said, it was my birthday. So Diamond ended up paying for the bud. We went back, we rolled up, we smoked, we were chilling. Then Diamond is getting text from, not Fraudulent. Diamond is getting text from Butterfly. Butterfly is telling Diamond, okay, well, you could bring Jay back to the house, and, we're going to get ready for this party or whatever. Mind you, it had already been like 7 o'clock. My party was starting at 8. So I have felt like I came a little too early because when I got there, everybody had, when I had got there initially, everything was set up. So Diamond had to actually blindfold me. So we ended up getting on the BX6 Select bus. If y'all, for my Bronx viewers, for my New York viewers, y'all know that BX6 Select bus service always stay crowded, especially in the summertime. Because everybody want to go to Yankee Stadium to see the Yankees. So this day, the Yankees was, I guess, they was doing something in Yankee Stadium because it's not baseball season in the summertime. Baseball season's in the spring. So I guess they were doing something in Yankee Stadium because there was a whole bunch of people getting off at that stop. So we took the bus. Mind you, we're not getting off at Yankee Stadium. We're getting off by like Prospect. If y'all know where Prospect is, y'all know the projects over there by Prospect, that's where we was at. If y'all know Prospect on the 2, if you walk all the way down Prospect, them projects, that's where we was at. So if y'all can kind of get like, we was close to them projects. I'll just say that. We wasn't in the projects. We was close to them projects. So y'all can get a general idea of where we was. So we was taking the BX6, and then we ended up just walking to the building. So as we're walking to the building, I'm getting ready. I'm getting all hype. I'm telling Diamond, I'm like, yo, Diamond, tonight is about to be lit. I don't know what these niggas got planned upstairs, but tonight's about to be lit. So me and Diamond come through the back of the building. Mind you, from the back of the building, I could see into the apartment, but I wasn't trying to look up there. Diamond was the one looking up, and Diamond was like, oh shit, I could see from the window. They got everything decked out. I was like, Diamond, why would you tell me that? Because now I want to look. And so Diamond was like, girl, don't look. So when we were walking into the building, I was walking into the building because it's like a ramp that you got to walk up. So I was walking into the building, and then there's a wall right there. So when I looked up, I can't see nothing because it's a straight wall, and then the windows. I can't really see in the apartment. But when Diamond had looked, we weren't by the wall of the building. We was away from the wall of the building. So I was like, all right, whatever. So then we ended up going in the building. I went upstairs, went on the elevator, knocked on the door. Then Crystal's like, hold on, let me blindfold you. So Crystal had a freaking sweater, had a sweater tied around her waist. She takes the sweater off and she puts it over my eyes so I can't see nothing. Nobody in the apartment is speaking. It's quiet as fuck. I don't know who's there. I don't know who arrived. I don't know who's here. I don't know any of that. So, mind you, they walked me to the room. They're like, here, walk to the room. You need to shower. So they walked me to the room to get my clothes. I went in the room. That's the only time they unblindfolded me to go get my clothes out the room. Then they put the blindfold back on me. So I had to go in the bathroom. I got my lashes, everything out of there. So I had went into the bathroom. I took a nice long shower. When I came out the bathroom, I had got dressed and I went into the room to go throw my eyelashes on because I thought I was going to do it in the bathroom, but the bathroom mirror wasn't working for me and it was too steamy in the bathroom for me showering. So I just went in the room. I went in the room. I was just in the mirror in the room, put on my lashes, feeling cute, putting on my little lip gloss. I'm gonna insert a video of me smoking hookah. I'm gonna insert a video of that so you can see what I was given for the party. But yeah, so then I'm sitting in the room, 20 minutes go by, somebody knocks on the door. It's Diamond. Diamond comes in, but the way Diamond can't open the door all the way because Diamond doesn't want me to see what they have hanging up. So Diamond opens the door so enough that Diamond could slip in because Diamond was skinny like me. So Diamond just slipped in the little door. So Diamond slipped in. Diamond was like, okay, listen, everything is cute out there. They got everything ready. We waiting for the green light to let y'all out. They still setting up some stuff. I'm like, they still setting up some stuff? And Diamond was like, it's not big stuff, but they just want to make sure everything looks nice. Everybody's taking pictures before the fucking chaos. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, well, can we at least smoke a blunt up in here? So Diamond ends up going and getting the weed. Diamond comes back into the room. Diamond rolls up a quick little blunt, and we're smoking in the room. So I'm like, cool, whatever. Vibes is cool. Vibes is great, actually. We smoking a blunt. And then they telling me, oh, it's time for you to come out. So I smoked the blunt, took a few last hits. I passed it to Diamond. Diamond's smoking a blunt now. As I'm walking out, the minute I walk out the room, mind you, a bitch is looking good, okay? Bitch is looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Ass is out. I don't have titties, but if I had titties, they would be out too, girl. Like, it was just, my outfit was just given. It was given. From the video that I inserted, you'll only be able to see the top part of the shirt that I was wearing, but that shirt was basically kind of like a shirt dress, and I had some cute little shorts underneath. It was the summertime, and mind you, my party was Hawaiian themed, so everybody had to come with Hawaiian colors. That means teal, blue, orange, yellow, pink, those type of islandy Hawaiian colors. So everybody had to come in those colors. They didn't give a fuck if you wore a Hawaiian shirt or not. But those were the colors of the party. And Butterfly had bought a shirt specifically. Butterfly still has that shirt to this day. It was a cute little button down that I had picked out for Butterfly. I was like, you know what? Wear this for the party because it's Hawaiian themed. And you know, you're the boyfriend of the birthday boy. So everybody's going to be looking at you to like be top tier. Mind you, Butterfly never had a problem looking good. And I'm just going to be completely honest. Butterfly never had a problem dressing well. Butterfly was always the best dressed out of the group. Butterfly ended up, you know, he was just always the one looking good for every fucking event. Every fucking event, Butterfly made sure he was dressed well. So I come out And y'all, when I tell you, everybody that was there, my closest friends had just fucking all been in the room. People that I did not expect to be there had showed up. And I'm gonna get into that. So I walk out, all the cameras is flashing on me. They all start singing me happy birthday. It's Dusty. Dusty was the first one standing right there. Dusty was standing there. A few other people were standing there. So yeah, a lot of people was already in the place. All my close friends. They all like, bitch, you look good. Bitch, you look good. Look at that bad bitch coming through. I hear all my friends just starting to like hype me up, saying I look good. And then I see fucking Delilah. I'm like, Delilah, you said you wasn't coming, girl. And then Delilah was like, girl, last minute, I got my boss to give me this shit off. So I came because, you know, I had to support my bitch. Da-da-da. I was like, oh, okay, everybody's here. Da-da-da. Everybody's hyping me up. Everybody's taking pictures with me. This is when I took pictures with everybody. When I tell y'all, the entire apartment looked like a Hawaiian resort. Like, it looked great. They had balloons, because remember I told you I was turning 20. So they had 2020 balloons for the year, because remember, I was born in 2000. So every year that it turns, my birthday is, I'm turning the same, every year that it is, like 2023, I turn 23 that year. So that's how it's going to be for the rest of my life. That's just how it's going to be. So they put up 2020 balloons because the year was 2020 and I'm turning 20. Just kind of explain that to y'all. So, yeah. They did all of that. Everything looked great. I took birthday photos. I don't even know if I still have those pictures because that was on my other iPhone. I don't even know if I even have those pictures anymore. But yeah, so they had got those balloons and everything was cute. Everything was calm, copacetic. Everything was great. Everything looked beautiful. The cake, they didn't let me see the cake until it was actually time to cut the cake. But yeah, so they're chilling. They had a hookah set up already. They was like, girl, here's your tip. Go smoke your little hookah. So I was sitting there smoking a hookah. You got Delilah over there rolling a blunt. You got Ice rolling a fucking blunt. Literally everybody was fucking there and I fucking loved every fucking piece of it. At the time, I was so happy to see everybody there. So then the party starts. We all, you know, start getting a little lit. The music don't come on because, mind you, when I come out, it's just my close friends there. The other people we invited to the party, like my close friends, people that I know, all of them, you know, started coming in. Then there was a whole group of people that I didn't fucking know that fraudulently had invited, but we'll get into that. So then, yeah. So I'm just sitting there, like in that video that I inserted. That was me. After all of that, I had sat there smoking a hookah, music playing in the background. It was A Boogie playing in the background because I know I muted the clip, but it was A Boogie playing in the background. So I had fucking was sitting there jamming out, smoking a hookah, waiting for them to finish rolling up the blunts, because my first blunt of the day was with Diamond, but the first blunt of the party was with my friends and everybody. So we're passing around blunts, you know. They pass it to me first. They roll up, obviously they rolling up. So then Delilah's looking at me. She's like, girl, you gonna take my blunt, you gonna take Ice blunt first? Which blunt you want first? So I was like, it doesn't really matter. So Ice was closer to me, so Ice was able to hand me the blunt. I would have to get up to get the blunt from Delilah. So Ice handed me the blunt, smoking a blunt or whatever, sitting there chilling. Then after I'm smoking, I'm like, okay, so who can I pass this to? They're like, girl, we all smoking a party. We all brought weed. Just pass it. So I passed it over to, we're going to call her Blue. So I passed it over to Blue. She's smoking. Mind you, me and Blue, later down the line, me and Blue ended up having beef and problems and stuff. But Blue, nonetheless, I will never take it away from Blue. Blue was actually a really good friend. Me and Blue ended up having beef because Blue don't like Pretty. And that's a whole different story time that I'm also going to have Pretty tell with me because, girl, I can't tell that story by myself because me and Pretty was ready to... that's not how I really fight, but you know, I'm being funny for YouTube. But okay. Y'all probably didn't laugh, but it was okay. I mean, yeah, but whatever. So I ended up passing the blunt to Miss Blue. Blue sitting there with her boyfriend, who we're not going to give him a name yet, but we'll just call him Boyfriend. So Blue's sitting next to Boyfriend, and they're chilling or whatever, smoking a blunt. She passes to him. He passes it. The blunt gets passed around. You already know. When we in a safe, the blunts always being passed around. So we passing all these blunts around. Mind you, I had got my nails done. Nails was cute. I had got at the time, the color changing was really popular amongst my friend group. So we all ended up getting like color changing, not at the same time, but they ended up convincing me to get color changing nails for my birthday. So I was like, okay, I'll get color changing. It's not what I really wanted, but I just got them anyways. The color changing was the colors that I needed for the party. It was orange to pink. So it was the orange to pink color changing nail polish that they had put on. The nails, you'll see the nails in the video. You probably already saw the nails that I had on in the video of me smoking. But yeah, so that's kind of like what the gist of how them nails was looking. But moving forward, so then everybody just starts piling in. People start piling into the party. Now, I had told my sister, I was like, hey, it would be great if you come to my party. My sister was given very much, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Most likely, I'm not going to be there. So I'm just sitting through the party like, damn, my sister's not here to get lit with me. It's my first, like, real big party where I'm heavy on the drinking, heavy on the smoking, like, heavy on the getting lit, heavy on the shaking ass. Like, I was just starting to, like, I felt like when I turned 20, it was me starting to come out of my shell. Yes, I was coming out of my shell already in 2019 when I was 19, but I felt like 20 was really when I really came out my shell and really threw myself back into the world of having friends and being around good company. Because for so long, when I lived in Jersey, I wasn't a part of that. I wasn't trying to make so many friends, and the friends that I did have was very little. I had like 2 or 3 friends in my Jersey high school. My New York high school, I had way more friends than that because the people in New York, they were just more in high school, they were just more friendly. Everybody loved being around me in high school, but excuse me. But moving to Jersey, it was a whole different experience. So I had closed myself off for those 3 years, and I really didn't make so many friends. And the friends that I did make, we ended up falling out. And it was just a whole thing. And some of them I still speak to from Jersey to this day. My New York friends, I lost contact with the actual real New York friends that I liked having and I liked being around. I lost contact with them because I had moved. And when I moved, I only spoke to them for really about a year. And then we all just kind of stopped texting each other. It was like, girl, you're really not here. We're really not going to get to see you. And then on top of that, a lot of my New York friends didn't really go out on the weekends because they was busy. They had other responsibilities. Their parents was either making them take care of the younger siblings and they couldn't go out. So I was very closed off. So this 2020 party, I was really wanting my sister to be there because I wanted my sister to be a part of those moments because my siblings are literally the only people in my family that I really like fuck with, besides my aunt and my uncle and my grandfather. But really the only people in my family that I can trust, my siblings. I just like, that's just all I could trust, and that's who I wanted around. And my sister loves getting lit. She loves being around me. She's very supportive of me. So I needed her there. And I had told Butterfly that I needed her there. So at the time, Butterfly and her were cool. So she was texting Butterfly this whole time. Mind you, I'm sitting here getting lit, smoking blunts, twerking with my friends, over here having a good old time. I fucking turn around, right? Because Butterfly tells me, like, oh, I got a surprise for you. Go to the door. So I turn around and see Butterfly. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the door. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I go to the door. I literally open the door, and right there, my sister is sitting there. I literally went and hugged her. Then I went and hugged Butterfly. I was like, thank you for, like, bringing her here and, surprise me with her. I was like, so that was the real surprise, or was this party the real surprise? He was like, no, that was the real surprise, because I know you really wanted your sister here. So I was like, okay, bet. So my sister comes in. The first thing she does after she hugs me, she's like, okay, so my boyfriend here has your present. I was like, okay. So I take it out of the bag. It's a big old fucking Henny bottle. When I tell you that I fucking love this, like at the time, back then I loved Henny. I loved drinking Henny back then. But Henny gets you in trouble. And y'all will find out why. But Henny gets you in trouble. For my new drinkers, my newly 21, well, let's be honest. I know a lot of you are underage drinkers. If y'all like Henny in the comments, I need y'all to give some advice to like new drinkers about Henny. Give them a warning, because Henny don't come with a warning label. It don't. But I loved Henny back then. So she brought me a bottle of Henny. Niggas brought me a bottle of Dulce. It was a whole lot. At this point, I already had 3 bottles of Henny that people had already brought for me because they know I liked Henny. So they had brought that Henny or whatever. I had Pink Whitney too. Everybody knows I love Pink Whitney, Hennessy, Patron. Everybody basically bought the liquor that I wanted. So my sister had brought me that bottle. And mind you, Blue, I didn't mention this before, but Blue had also bought a fucking bottle of Henny for me, and they had their own, they had another bottle that they bought, which was their liquor, but they also liked Henny too, so I guess they had like 2 bottles of Henny. I really wasn't paying attention, because once the liquor started hitting me, a lot of the shit that was happening around me, I remember, But once I got too lit, I started forgetting a lot of stuff that happened. So a lot of people was at this party. So we got Blue and her boyfriend, Delilah. We got Ice, Rain. Austin was in this party. Austin also came to the party because remember how I told y'all in the last video, the last 2019 series video, that me and Austin was constantly inviting me and Fraudulent to parties. So yeah, Austin was there. Austin had his little boo thing there. Who else on my list of close friends? The group of girls in the story time that I'm gonna upload that story time. That's probably gonna be like a story time that's already uploaded or uploaded after this video. But it was another story time about my friend being jumped by a whole bunch of girls. All those girls from that story time, they came to my birthday party as well. So literally everybody, when I tell you everybody was in this party, everybody and their fucking mother was there. Everybody was fucking there. Everybody was fucking there. Food was great. That's the first thing I had. Everybody made me my plate and everything. Got my food together. Got some rice, some beans, some chicken, all that, and some pastelitos on the fucking plate. Body all of it. Then I went into the fridge, grabbed the aguacate out the fridge, ate some aguacate because I was like, girl, you know, I'm very big on aguacate. I love aguacate. That's one of my favorite fucking vegetables. It's aguacate. If you don't know what I'm saying, aguacate is avocado. For my English speakers, I'm Hispanic, so I'm gonna say a lot of Spanish words. Y'all just gonna have to keep up. So yeah, got my cute little plate. My sister was there. Got my sister a cute little plate of food. We were all smoking blunts. Passed my sister the blunt. She was smoking a blunt. Her man was there. Her man was a little uncomfortable because there was a lot of gay boys twerking, and you know he's a straight male. So I didn't want to, you know, I could see it in his face. So I told my sister, I was like, is he okay? He looks a little uncomfortable. Then she ended up telling me, yeah, he was a little uncomfortable seeing a lot of gay boys just shake their ass. I was like, well, you know, this is the kind of thing you came to. And it was bitches there twerking too, so I'm surprised. I'm like, why wasn't he looking at the bitches? But that's neither here or there. I know my sister's watching this video, so hey sis. But yeah, so she ended up telling me that he was uncomfortable. She actually ended up having to go to another party, so she just, you know, came there to support me, and I appreciate my sister for that. Love you, sis. Well, let me put this vape down. Love you, sis. But yeah, I definitely appreciated her coming to that party and just really, you know, making me feel a little bit more comfortable. Cause seeing my sister there, it brought me more at ease, and so, you know, her being there just helped a lot. So she ended up leaving. After she left, the events that happened after, baby, oh. I think I told her about what happened after, but we're gonna move along, and I'm gonna tell y'all what happened after. So after my sister left, we're still lit. I'm taking shots, mind you. I'm throwing the Henny back, throwing the Henny back. Mind you, I had took a shot with my sister before my sister left, and before her boyfriend started feeling a little awkward. But yeah. So I was just taking the shots of Henny. I'm taking shots of Pink Whitney. I'm drinking, bro. Like, at this point, I'm drinking. And me, I'm the type of drinker. If I'm drinking, I need to be smoking my blunt at the same time that I'm drinking, because if I'm just drinking, I'm going to throw up. So, you know, that's kind of what happened. But not really, girl. So the problem is, y'all will find out what happened in a few moments, but we're going to get into it. So I was drinking or whatever. Then more people started pouring into the party. Then, like I said, Fraudulent had showed up. Fraudulent wasn't there when all of my close friends were there. Fraudulent was waiting for his people so that they could all come. So then, Fraudulent decided to end up getting in a cab by himself, and he just came to the party. So when Fraudulent got there, that was like it started getting really active. Because like I said, Fraudulent was there when my sister was there. I had them speak and introduce each other or whatever. But Fraudulent had been there before my sister left. So Fraudulent being there, Fraudulent, you know, in the beginning of parties, Fraudulent was always very much so very to himself. At the beginning, he didn't really get lit how he likes to get lit when he first comes into the party. Because when he first came into the party, he was just smoking a hookah. Then we started passing around shots. Everybody did my big shot for my birthday. We all took a shot or whatever. Cool. We drinking. I'm like, where are we at? So I go into the room because I noticed some of my friends had went into the room. I was like, so where's the blunts at? Because everybody out there got blunts. They was passing me blunts. Where the blunts at? So they're like, girl, we got the money, but the plug is not responding. So I'm like, hold on, let me call my plug. So I hit up my plug. I tried calling the plug. Plug ain't answer the phone. So I just texted the plug. Plug responded. So the plug was like, all right, I'll be downstairs in like 10 minutes. Come downstairs with all the money. So everybody gives me their money. Everybody goes and gives me their money. I felt like as the birthday boy, I shouldn't have went downstairs and went and got all the weed, but I ended up doing it anyway. So I went. we ended up copying a large amount of weed. I'm not gonna say the amount just in case y'all feel like reporting this video. But yeah, so we ended up getting a larger amount of weed because everybody had put money in for this. All of them had put money together to get the most amount because they knew I wanted to get lit on my birthday. So they got the most amount. Butterfly ended up going downstairs with me because Butterfly was like, nah, I'm gonna go downstairs with you. You a little tipsy, you a little lit, so I don't need you going downstairs and then you get the guy the money and he don't give you the weed. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna be there to make sure that he gives you the weed. So Butterfly's sitting there with me. I give the guy the money or whatever. He gives me this big ass sack of weed. I take this fucking sack of weed, go upstairs. I just hand it to fucking Ice. Because at this point, if y'all didn't know, the best rollers, okay, so we're talking about how blunts are rolled. In the group who was considered to be the best rollers out of everybody. Now, if you look at the group, because I don't really talk to any of them people. I'm not friends with any of these people that I'm mentioning to you right now, but I'm not in a negative space with them either, if that makes sense. But in the friends group now, I'm not speaking to any of them. So in the friends group right now, my friend Michael, who you see all the time in my videos, who be coming in and saying hi to you on my videos when he be walking through here. But yeah, him and Pretty and me, it's our little group. We're the little group. You see how that big ass group got knocked down to a small ass group of people? Mind you, Michael's new to our friends group, so that's neither here nor there. He's new to the friends group, but as far as me and Pretty go, it was me and Pretty for a long ass time. Me, Pretty, Butterfly, and a few other new people. Like I said, Blue and her man, Blue's cousin. Pretty much people that Blue knew also became friends with us. So that's how the group was, but inside of the smokers, literally, Pretty was probably the best. It's probably, like, right now, as of right now, between me, my friend, and Pretty, between the three of us, I would say that them two are the best rollers. I can roll pretty good. I'm not trying to shit on myself either. But out of the three of us, them two are the best rollers. So, at that time, the best rollers out of the group were considered, because like I said, the group was very messy and everybody was messy and everybody's throwing shit at each other. So the people that they considered to be the best rollers, which I also felt too, like Ice, she was literally the best roller. I felt like she rolled the best out of Fraudulent. Me and my bitch Pretty, we rolled pretty good and we were good. The blunts were good for us, but like I'm speaking in standards of everybody else. Everybody was just telling me to freaking give it to Ice. And Ice really is a good roller. Like, I'm pretty sure to this day, Ice could roll her down some good blunts. But, yeah. Ice was the person we went to roll, so I just gave her the weed. I was like, here you go. Roll blunts. I had got, at the time, we were smoking Bluntvilles and Backwoods. That's literally what we were smoking. Bluntvilles, Backwoods, and Papers. That's all we smoked. So I threw all the stuff at her. She rolled different types of blunts. She rolled a Backwoods. She rolled 2 Bluntvilles. She rolled a fucking blunt with paper. She gave a whole variety. She rolled everything. And everything was nice and cute and cunt. All the blunts was cunt. So then we ended up sitting in the room. So then Rain is sitting next to me. She's like, girl, I just got the fucking Pink Whitney and the Patron, and I got the bottle of Sprite. So I'm like, okay, bet. So me and fucking Rain is on the floor. We throwing shots back. We drinking the Whitney. We drinking the Patron. We drinking the Sprite. And we passing the bottle around, just empty taking shots while freaking Ice is rolling up. So Ice rolls everything up. Ice lights a blunt. Then some nigga who I didn't know, this was one of Fraudulent's friends. Like I said, Fraudulent invited half of the people that came. Fraudulent invited half of these motherfuckers. So Fraudulent has his friend come in the room. Fraudulent's friend comes in the room. Want to talk about some, can I get a hit on your blunt? No. Before I could even say anything, Ice was like, no, you didn't pay for this weed. You didn't roll up the blunts. I did. It's for my bitch's birthday. My bitch is going to smoke, and we're going to smoke in here. You go do whatever the fuck you're going to do. He was like, nah, I'm just going to go in the bathroom and do some coke. Ew. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
But yeah, he over here talking about something. He gonna do some coke in the bathroom. So I immediately texted Butterfly. I'm like, Butterfly, you need to stop this man. He's going into the bathroom to do coke. I don't want you to get in trouble for any type of situation because, mind you, Butterfly was the one that booked this Airbnb. Like I said, it wasn't officially Airbnb. It was kind of like through a friend, like I said. So I don't want you to get in any type of trouble because there's traces of coke in the fucking bathroom. So I'm gonna need you to come and collect this person. So Butterfly has sent one of his big macho friends in the room, in that bathroom. They snatched that nigga out. They snatched that nigga out the bathroom and threw him out the party. Mind you, my party, it was so many people in the party that there was niggas chilling in the hallway. And the party was extended out into the hallway. But they ended up fucking snatching that boy. All the niggas that lived nearby, all the fraudulent friends, they came. They dragged that boy out. I don't know if they jumped him. They said that he got into a fight downstairs with one of the other niggas. But I don't really know what happened because I didn't see it with my own two eyes. I'm just telling y'all based off of what I heard. But yeah, they kicked him out the party or whatever. So then we're still in the room. We start passing around the blunts. Mind you, Ice had given me the rest of the weed because Ice was like, girl, we copped so much and this is for you. So even though we spent the money on it, I'm going to take a little bit and then the rest is for you. So Ice ended up taking a little bit of it. Nobody else really cared to take the weed because all of my friends really always had weed. So me having the majority of it, especially because it was my birthday, they didn't care. So I stashed it away so nobody could find it. So we're sitting in the room smoking and smoking. Another bitch comes into the fucking room. But this time, this girl, she gets into the room and Butterfly's with her. I'm like, Butterfly, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening with this girl? He was like, oh, she about to throw up. She about to throw up.
Hold on on that. Hold on. Now, hold on. I'm not going to say that. Hold on.
Take her into the bathroom. They're like, there's somebody else throwing up in the bathroom. Mind you, I'm like, why is everybody throwing up? Oh, because apparently she took all sorts of pills. People is popping pills. This is what I'm finding out. And Butterfly is telling me all this. Butterfly is at this point getting angry because Butterfly's like, girl, I'm okay with y'all drinking and smoking. Why y'all gotta do more than that? If y'all wanna come and do coke and pills and all that type of stuff, do that outside of the party. So this girl had did so many pills and she was mixing her liquor and weed and hookah and all of this stuff in her system. She threw up everything. She threw up all the food in a bucket. So they took her and that and they took her out. Then she went home with her friend. They took her out or whatever. I'm still in the room, lit as fuck. At this point, I'm drunk. I'm not tipsy anymore. I'm drunk, out of my ass, just lit, smoking blunts, drinking still. So I come out the room. I go out there to dance a little bit. I'm dancing, having a good time. Some boy comes and tries to dance up on me. Mind you, the boy was one of Fraudulent's friends. Like I said, Fraudulent invited half of these people here. These people that's doing coke and all these types of pills, these are Fraudulent's people. I'm just letting y'all know. These are people that Fraudulent invited. So being that Fraudulent had invited these people, I was like, Fraudulent, you need to handle your people. So I went up to Fraudulent. I was like, Fraudulent, handle your people because your people are coming up in here fucking up the party. And I'm not fucking with it. So then, party's still going on. We still getting lit or whatever. Still going on, still moving. Couple hours moved through the party. Party is booming. Everybody's dancing. Everybody's smoking. It's just a whole lot happening. They cut my cake. I only got a little ass piece of my cake and everybody else in the party bodied the cake. And there was no cake left over. That was another reason why Butterfly was mad. Because Butterfly was like, damn, I was really trying to save you a piece of cake for after the party because I know you was going to want to eat the cake or whatever. But I didn't care at this point. I was already fucking lit. So I'm sitting on the couch. I'm smoking hookah. Smoking. They passed me blunts. I'm taking more drinks of my liquor. They passed me a cup of juice because they seen how lit I was. They was like, drink this juice. Drink some water because we don't want you throwing up. So I'm drinking. The next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I feel it. And mind you, I'm not gonna embarrass myself and throw up in front of everybody. I felt the vomit coming. Cause mind you, y'all, remember how I said I was drinking Patron and then Henny and then Pink Whitney. I'm doing all this mixing of light and dark. And from this party, I learned to never mix like that ever again. But that's neither here or there. I gotta finish telling y'all the story. So I end up fucking throwing up in the bathroom. I'm throwing up in the bathroom. Austin comes running in there. Austin comes with a cup of water and just starts splashing my face, rubbing it around my face, trying to sober me up. I threw up everything, y'all. Literally, when I threw up everything, I brushed my teeth, cleaned it out. I went back to drinking and smoking. Went right back to it, because I didn't give a fuck. I went right back to drinking and smoking, kept drinking, smoking a hookah. I was falling asleep on the couch. Mind you, the whole party is going on. I'm like literally on the couch doing it. Falling asleep, because the weed that we were smoking, mind you, everybody else was passing me blunts too. They had different strains. So I later found out that the strain that this one person that passed me, it was a friend of Fraudulence that I knew, a mutual friend that I knew. He had passed me the blunt. And when I found out he was smoking indica. Indica, I think, is the one that puts you to sleep because sativa keeps you up. Most of the time, we be smoking sativa. Indica is the one that puts you to sleep. So he had rolled a big backwood, and I smoked that shit. And after I smoked it, I was feeling mad sleepy. And I was like, damn, like, it's my party. I'm supposed to be up, lit, or whatever. So I'm still up. I'm dancing or whatever, and I'm still getting tired. I'm feeling so tired. And I'm like, damn, like, really? That fucking indica done fucking hit me? And, you know, mind you, none of these people was gonna lace the weed. None of them did. And this is not where this story is about to go, because nobody laced the shit. I found out that he really did just get indica, and it was really strong, and it just really fucking put me to sleep, because after he smoked a couple blunts, he was falling asleep. A lot of people started falling asleep because of the weed. I guess he was just passing blunts around with this indica. I don't know what, it was indica, but I don't know what type of strain of indica it was, because nobody knew why everybody was just falling asleep. I remember the strain to this day, but my other potheads in the comments, y'all will probably find out what strain of weed really puts you to sleep. Like, if you really want to sleep, y'all will probably tell me in the comments, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Moving forward. We're sitting there, we're just, you know, doing all of that. Everybody's falling asleep. I'm sitting on this couch. I'm like, no, I have to go at least into the room and lay down for like 2 minutes so I can at least wake this shit off of me. So I go into the room. Everybody's smoking. They keep passing me blunts. Mind you, I told fucking Ice to keep rolling. So Ice rolled more of the weed, and I'm sitting there smoking. As we finish this blunt, Ice is lit. Everybody in that room, Ice, Rain, Blue, her man, everybody was fucking lit. So Blue ended up fucking sitting there smoking with us. We all sit in the room smoking again, passing around the bottles. I'm lit as fuck. I lay down. I close my eyes for like 2 minutes. I wake up. Literally only 2 minutes had passed, literally. And I went back out to the party. We all sitting there. Then Blue gets into it with one of Fraudulent's friends because she's talking about oh, this hookah not busting, this hookah's trash, whoever set up this fucking hookah needs to get beat up. Blue, let me explain something to y'all about Blue. Blue, she was the type of person, if you was talking shit about her, she's gonna check you right then and there. And that's one thing I'll give you. And if you come for her friends, she's gonna check you right then and there. So it hurts me that me and Blue aren't friends, and it hurts me that me and Blue got beef. But you know what? Well, we don't even have beef. It just hurts me in general that me and Blue is not friends. But I'm not gonna dwell too much, and I'm about to cry in this video. But one thing I will tell you about Blue. Blue was the type of bitch where she didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck about you, your mother, she'll fight all of y'all. She didn't care. She was always the type of person to be like, I'll fight the sister, the brother, the mother, the aunt. She's one of those. So she very much so didn't give a fuck. She went up to the girl. She's like, okay, I set up the hookah, and what? Girl got quiet. But a lot of you bitches would be quiet. And she just instilled that fear in a lot of these bitches, and bitches was always scared to fight her. Like, one of Fraudulent's friends. We're gonna get into that. But yeah, bitches was always scared to fight her. Like, and I'm being real with y'all. Bitches was always scared to fight Blue. That was just something that happened. So when she confronted a bitch about doing that, they almost got into it to a point where the bitch was talking shit after Blue had put her in her place. And Blue was like, girl, but you're not gonna fight me though. You're not gonna fight me though. Like, and mind you, Blue is short, but Blue got the hands. So I already knew that Blue was gonna end up beating this girl up. And this girl was twice her size. Always just running off at the mouth. I didn't know who this girl was. I didn't know her personally. I knew she was one of Fraudulent's friends. So I told Fraudulent, I said, Fraudulent, you need to control your people. You got your people up in my party doing all of this, doing all this much. And Fraudulent was like, girl, relax. It's just a party. I'm like, no. Like, this is an Airbnb. We will get in trouble if they find fucking other shit other than fucking the shit that they agreed to us having in here. Like, no. We're not going to sit there and do that. So Fraudulent ends up kicking the bitch out, kicking half of these fucking troublemakers out of here. We all sitting here chilling or whatever. Mind you, Diamond and Delilah is in this party. Diamond and Delilah, they got booze in the party. For some reason, they found booze. They found little boo things or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool, that's cute for them. So then I end up getting really fucking tired, and at this point I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna call it. I went into the room, smoked my last blunt, and I fell asleep. I was only planning on sleeping for like an hour just so I could recharge and get back out to the party. I slept for like an hour. When I woke back up, Blue and her man, they was leaving. Fraudulent was sleeping on the floor. Rain had left. Ice was with me in the room, laying down. Butterfly was knocked the fuck out, sleeping. So I was like, damn, everybody just fell asleep. The big-ass party that it was had been narrowed down to about a good number of people. I fell asleep. I woke up an hour later. Within just an hour, people was leaving because I guess people got tired too. Because like I said, we was smoking this weed and it was putting everybody to sleep. So majority of the people that was smoking that type of weed, They had left. So all those people leave. So I wake up. I'm going out. I say bye to Blue and her man. I go into the spot. I'm looking into the living room. It's some people sitting there still smoking or whatever. I see with my own two eyes, Diamond. Mind you, and there's other people in the party. I guess they was too high, too lit to give a fuck. But when I tell you Diamond was on the couch getting her motherfucking cheeks clapped by some real... The nigga was fine. But she was on the couch getting her shit destroyed by this one nigga. I promise you she was getting fucked. Real bad. So you got fucking Diamond over here getting impaled, basically. And mind you, Diamond is little, but Diamond is taking it. Girl, she's getting fucked on the couch. Okay, she's getting fucked on the couch. Then you got two people over here. They sitting in the corner jerking themselves off. I guess they was watching what was fucking going on, but they wasn't straight. They was gay. They was jerking each other. Like, they was having a little sword fight. What we call in the gay community a sword fight. They was sword fighting. So they was sword fighting. So I'm telling them, I'm like, can y'all put y'all shit away and get the fuck out? And mind you, these are fraudulent friends. All these people are fraudulent friends. Fraudulent's in the room knocked out. Fraudulent, your friends is out here getting fucked. Well, you know, Diamond is my friend too, but these niggas is out here fucking sword fighting and shit in the fucking living room. So we need to get them out of here. So I got them out. They dip off or whatever. This bitch is still she's riding the Cockington. She's riding that meat. She's riding the meat so hard. She just riding the meat. And that was the only thing that anybody could focus on was her riding the meat. So she was bouncing, getting her life, riding the meat, just bouncing on it. So then I'm like, whatever, girl, get your life. I was still lit. So I didn't really give a fuck what they was doing. Kick them people out or whatever. She's over there getting pounded. Then I try to go to the bathroom to pee. I end up having to pee in a cup because Delilah is in the bathroom. She's getting her shit busted on the counter, on the bathroom counter. And I found out, because I didn't go in the bathroom, but I found out she was getting busted on the bathroom counter because she told me the next day that she was getting busted on the bathroom counter. She was getting fucked on that bathroom counter. Mind you, everybody was drunk, everybody was lit. She was having drunk sex on that bathroom counter. Drunk in Love. If Drunk in Love by Beyonce was a thing, this whole party would everybody in the party would be drunk in love. Cause I hear bitches saying I love you while they getting dick, and mind you, these are niggas that they don't even fucking know. But yeah, they having a good time. They getting their shit done. Or whatever. And majority of people ended up fucking leaving. The rest of the party left. So this girl, Diamond, she's getting her shit done on the couch. I go into the room. Everybody's pretty much knocked out. So I go back and lay down. The next morning, I wake up. Fraudulent's up. Freaking Butterfly's up. Butterfly's waking everybody up to clean. Everybody starts cleaning. Fraudulent had a problem with it. They got into a little bit of an argument. Then Fraudulent was like, fuck it, I'll help. So we all ended up fucking cleaning. Everybody was cleaning for the day. Then we just sat down, chilled. We smoked the rest of the weed that I had got from the party. We smoked through all of that. Cause it was just a chill. It was a chill, like, after the party. It wasn't like nothing to really be, you know, so animated about. Because everybody was just tired from the other party. So we just said, let's just sit, smoke, and eat food. So there was food left over from the party. We was eating that. Just basically chilling. Ice had ended up going home. Then later that night, a few of our friends came over. Fraudulent ended up getting this girl, his two friends. I forgot what I named them in the other story time when me, him, and Pretty went over to their house. But and they was talking that shit about Pretty rolling that blunt or whatever. But them girls came over. We was all just chilling. They was sitting there. They was like, bitch, you fucking knocked out. I don't even remember them telling me that they came in. I don't even remember seeing them. They came into the party and they was telling me the next day that when we came in, bitch, you was twerking on some guy or whatever. And when you saw us, you started twerking and we already had blunts. So we passed you 2 blunts. You was hitting both of the blunts at the same time. I was like, girl, I don't remember that shit. They was telling me a whole bunch of shit that I apparently didn't remember. Apparently, after I had smoked that blunt, we was all chilling and I was asking everybody questions about their sex life. I don't know why. I was just lit and I don't remember any of this. I just don't remember. Certain parts of it I blacked out on. So I don't remember any of that. But they was telling me the next day that's what ended up happening. And we ended up just having a nice, calm, chill night. And yeah. So that's pretty much it for what happened in 2020 on my birthday. But yeah, if y'all like this video, make sure y'all leave a nice comment and let me know what y'all would have done in this situation. And what y'all would have done knowing that Fraudulent's friends was doing all that stuff. Would y'all have cut off Fraudulent then? Or would y'all have started fighting? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, turn on those notifications so you know every time that I post. And yeah, if that's all for this video, my name is Jada Star. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, babies.